Welcome back to another video, my friends. So the last video we left off with me kind of just finishing up the body work on this quarter panel here. As you can see, I kind of just did it off camera because, like I said, I was kind of working on this thing for a while, but got her all primered in, just got to block it down. But it's, I mean, you can see everything, all the seam welds, spot welds, all the body lines. Everything's turning out really well. I'm super stoked on it. All we gotta do now is just block all this out with 400 and then hit it with 600 after that, just to make sure everything's all flat, give it that nice, just the last little bit it needs. And then after that, after we get that all blocked out, I'm probably gonna get to work on this hood. That's probably gonna be the, I'm probably gonna get to work on the hood on the other side over there. Just on the corner, it's kind of hard to see from here, but you can see kind of the resin coming through. But underneath this corner was kind of cracked, so I filled it in with resin and fiberglass. So I need to get that sanded down. So we're gonna get the door jamb all sanded down. We'll get it all blocked out with 400 and then 600. Get it all sanded down and take this door off. Take both the doors off and start taking all this trim off around so we could get everything jammed out. So the first thing I'm probably gonna do is just kind of give you guys a game plan of what's going on. I'm gonna jam out the door sills here, both sides, with the doors off, kind of get that. I'll take the trunk off and do all the jams in there as well. And then after that, I'll probably push the car out of the shop and take these doors apart and then paint like the inside of the doors and the trunk. And the hood, underneath the hood, I'm gonna paint it black just so it kind of flows better, go a little better. So underneath the hood is gonna go black, so I'll get painted at a separate time. And then yeah, so as of right now, what we're gonna try to do is I'm gonna get some 400 grit, block out this door, the door jamb, and then hit it with 600, get that ready. And then after that, probably pull these doors off and just get them stored away. And then like all this molding right here, get all this taken off to get ready to paint. Because I'm probably just gonna not really tape this off too much, just kind of tape off the roof because we had already painted the roof black, so I don't want to get overspray on that. But like the rest of the stuff, if I get overspray on it, it's fine, it's gonna get repainted anyways. The doors off. Maybe the fenders, I might leave them on, I'm not sure yet, but doors for sure, hood for sure, both bumpers and the trunk are gonna come off, and I'm gonna kind of just two-stage, like paint the car in two stages, kind of paint the body of the car, and then after the body's painted, kind of just paint everything else. So yeah, we're gonna take the doors off, prepped out, get the undersides of them painted, the inside. Get the insides of the doors painted, and underneath the trunk, I want to get that painted as well. And then under the hood and also like the jambs on the fenders, I want to get that painted as well. The bumpers, not too concerned about them because they'll be painted off the car, so I'll be able to kind of access all that after. But what we're focusing on right now is I'm going to get this blocked out just so it's ready for when we just end up painting it. And then after we get this blocked out, I'm going to take these door cards off. Take the door cards off both sides and get the doors completely stripped down to, I mean, basically nothing. I don't think I'm gonna even leave the window regulators in there, just get them completely stripped down. So for in the future, if someone takes this door panel off, it'll all be the same color. And then, so yeah, we'll probably end up painting the doors first, the insides of the doors, and then paint the rest of the car, and then just paint the hood, doors, fenders, all in the same time probably. So yeah, let's get to work on getting this quarter panel blocked down and getting it ready for paint. so we got it all blocked out. I didn't really have like a nice long block, like a 17, 18-inch block. I had one, but I didn't have the right sandpaper for it, so I couldn't really use it. So that's why you see me using like just like a little like 6-inch block. So, but I mean, everything was smooth anyways, because I blocked it before I primered it. I just kind of wanted to make sure, but I mean, everything seemed to smooth out really good. So we got her all knocked down with 400, not 600 yet. Got her knocked down with 400. You can see everything's looking really, really good. Next, I'm gonna kind of just push it back, and there's like a puddle of water right here. I made a mess. I'm gonna push it back, get all that washed out, and that's good for now until I actually go to paint it. And then when I'm just getting 600, sanding down the rest of the car, I'll hit that with 600 real quick, and then just, you know, get it all painted up. So I'm gonna just leave that, call that good for now. So next what we're gonna do is hop on these doors here. After I push it back and just get all this cleaned up, we're gonna hop on these doors, get them all stripped down, get these doors all stripped down, get them taken off, and then get those ready for paint. My goal in today's video is at least get the doors and the trunk prepped. That's my goal. I'm gonna get the doors and the trunk prepped. I don't know if they're gonna get painted, but my goal is to get like the underside of the doors and the trunk prepped, which, I mean, the trunks on these things aren't that crazy, so underneath there's gonna be not much prep work to do, probably just like a Scotch pad. And yeah, probably just a Scotch pad on that, 600 on these doors. The only time consuming part is going to be actually removing everything from the door and cataloging it somewhere, making sure I don't lose anything. So yeah, let's get to work on getting this cleaned up and then get to work on it. So we're back with this is actually the next day. Last night we finished off. I didn't really record much, but you guys saw me. I got this door 100% ready to go. The little red mark, that's just some filler putty that'll get sanded down when it's kind of the later stages when we're ready to start actually painting. But I got that door stripped down, got that door sanded. The trunk as well, same thing, inside and out. Got it ready. Same thing with the filler spots. Kind of just need to sand them down one last time. But yeah, so it was kind of getting late, so I just got those two banged out. My goal for today, I want to at least get the doors and the trunk painted. Should be easily doable, seeing as though the door and the trunk are ready. We just got to get the other door, passenger side door, get that all stripped apart and prepped out. So yeah, I'm gonna get that door start taking that door apart, getting it stripped out, set it up on the stand, start getting it sanded and getting it ready. And then after that, I'm gonna just kind of start hanging everything up. I might paint the fenders as well, just to kind of get all the main body panels done. So I might do the doors, fenders, and the trunk, which should easily be doable, but I guess I'll kind of see how I'm feeling when we get there. But yeah, so I'll set you guys up, and we'll get to work on the passenger door. So I know in the last clip I said that I was gonna be working on the passenger side door, but I was kind of sharing the shop with my buddy at this moment because he wanted to work on his car as well, and it was like -2 outside. So I'm just kind of getting the fender all prepped out because my passenger side door was kind of torqued up against the wall, so I couldn't really reach it until he had left. So that's why you see me working on the fender here, not the door, because I couldn't really access the door where the car was. So I was just making do with what I had. Yeah, so we've been kind of moving just right along, getting everything like sanded down, getting everything prepped out. So far, we've got the driver door, passenger door, both fenders and the trunk all prepped out, which that's kind of everything I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint this car in like 3 stages, just because we don't really have a big enough area to spread everything out all at once. So I'm gonna paint the doors, the fenders, and the trunk in the first go. And then the second go is gonna be probably just the car, like the main body of the car, like this A-pillar here, kind of the rear quarter panel, inside the doors, and then in the trunk, kind of the surrounding area. I'm not gonna be painting the engine bay on this thing because gray is kind of like it's like a neutral color. So even though it's gonna be wildly different from what we are painting the car, I don't think it'll be too noticeable. And I mean, it just doesn't make sense for me to pull the whole engine just to paint the engine bay the same color. And like I said, the gray looks pretty good to me, honestly, so I don't think I'm gonna paint that. I'm gonna be painting the body after second stage. I'm gonna be painting the body. The roof is already painted black. I'm gonna leave it black. So it's just gonna be kind of the insides of the doors, quarter panels, the A-pillars that go over to the door, and then the inside of the trunk. And then after that is painted, the third thing that we're gonna do is the front bumper, rear bumper, and the hood. The reason I'm leaving those for last is the front and rear bumper still need some love before they're ready, and the hood as well. It's gonna need the most out of all the parts because it's fiberglass, and whoever painted it before didn't prep it the best. So you kind of see lumps here and there, so I want to get it all blocked out nice and smooth. So that's going to be pretty time consuming. And the quarter panel, all the bodywork is done on it, so that's ready to go. The other side is just as simple as getting some 600 on a BA and going to town on that thing, getting that prepped out. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to kind of get everything reorganized, regroup, because it's kind of a mess. Right now you can see where I was sanding. I left all the sandpaper just laying around. The floor's got like a bunch of chalk, I guess you could say, on it, just from all the dust from sanding all these parts. So I'm gonna kind of move the car around, get everything swept out, clean that up, and then just kind of start placing everything where I want it to go. Just kind of, start placing everything where I want it to go. I'll probably hang up the doors on the ceiling. The trunk, I'll probably do something similar to that. The fenders, I'll just put on some stands, and I think they'll be perfectly fine. And then, we'll get this car pushed out. So got kind of everything kind of organized. Got the floor swept. The water you've seen me, that was kind of just all the dust from sanding all the parts kind of just got stuck to the concrete, so I just used some water to just kind of free it up. So that's what that was all about. Got that washed out. So now you kind of saw me put the tarp over some of the, just like I have an engine back there and then just some parts I don't want to get overspray on it, so I kind of tarped that off. What I'm gonna be doing right now is kind of just brainstorming, kind of moving stuff around, seeing where I want it. Just gonna try to find somewhere to hang up the doors. So I'm probably gonna hang the doors from the ceiling because we got some studs up there. So I'll just kind of put a screw through some studs, wire it, hang them down. Fenders, I'll try to jimmy them onto some stands. Somewhere, everything, so I can kind of access everything, just to make sure I don't not get enough paint on it and then have to end up redoing it. The car will be out when I'm spraying it. I'm just not gonna move it out right now because it's like 5 degrees outside. So I'll leave it in here for now, and then when I go to spray, I'll pull it out. It's nighttime right now, so I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm just kind of get everything pre-gamed, and then tomorrow morning when I wake up, I kind of want to just get it banged out. But yeah, for the most part, we're looking good. All the parts are sanded. If you see I have like that little red putty on there, that's just like a for little rock chips like this. Just so I don't have to put a whole coat of primer over it, just for that. It kind of fills it in really nice in it, and then once it dries, you hit it with like a 600 or 800 grit, and everything sands off except where you need it, so that's just perfect. But for the most part, everything else is ready. I just need to take the driver door off, but that's not really a big issue. But yeah, so you'll see me here trying to get something figured out. So that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. It's getting kind of late here, so I'm gonna just tomorrow morning just kind of bang out, get everything hung up and get all the parts painted. So yeah, we got a lot of progress done today, and I'm super excited to show you guys the paint color that we're going with. It's a super wicked color. Very honestly, I was kind of contemplating whether it was a good choice or not to choose this color, but after seeing it kind of sprayed out on a spray out card, definitely I made the right choice. So yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow in the morning.